wanna dance with you and I'm sophisticated fun. I eat filet mignon and I'm nice and young. Best believe I'm number one.
Rock it, don't stop it. Everybody get on the floor. Crank the party up. We about to get it on. We see 1, 2 step. I love it. 1, 2 step. Everybody 1, 2 step. We about to get it on. Rock it, don't stop it. Everybody get on the floor. Crank the party up. We about to get it on. We see 1, 2 step. I love it. 1, 2 step.
Soldiers, boy, great. Oh, we made it. Turn me up just a little bit in the headphone. Worldwide, international. Hey, we made it. We made it. Hey, we made it.
Shout out to Toon, man. A-time. Yeah. Try to put a cover K in my grill piece and just smile on. Pop told don't follow these trend mans with the style on. Too real but then rap these in the street. Wow, keep it lit, trying to ease stress situations, just pile on. Come on, let me share something. Got a found feed that can't play with it. Lot of came in popping, they fell out, but I stayed with it. Gave real lemon, man, I swear I made lemonade with it. Thought I was running off and had a stupid crazy campaign with it. Ballin' off and on. Tired of that new, trying to be ballin' every day. Lots of drink, crazy stupid hot. Let the money flow like a river do, problem to the sky. Smoking to the sky. I go up, but I ain't playing with it. I do my thing with it. I go up, take me high in the sky. Let the problem float away. I go up, but I ain't playing with it. I do my thing with it. I go up, take me high in the sky. Let the problem float away. Boom told me I was talking last night in my sleep about the payback. All I remember had a drop top in, probably in a Maybach. Wheels cost about a fortune, man, on the black first pass Sage. Smoking good at the Outcast concert. Bring the A back. Shot it thin like pasta. Rolling blue like the Ross. Took it back to me, cops. Real my Ross. Non-believer, do your research. Run the game till my feet hurt. RP to my lost ones. On my heart and my t-shirt. Ballin' off and on. Tired of that. Trying to be ballin' every day. Lots of drink. Crazy stupid hot. Let the money flow like a river do. Problem to the sky. Smoking to the sky. I go up, but I ain't playing with it. I do my thing with it. I go up, take me high in the sky. Let the problem float away. I go up.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Look, I don't know how to talk to you. I don't know how to ask you if you're okay. My friends always feel the need to tell me things. Seems like they're just happier than us these days. Yeah. These days, I don't know how to talk to you. I don't know how to be there when you need me. It feels like the only time you'll see me is when you turn your head to the side and look at me differently. Yeah. And last night, I think I lost my patience. Last night, I got high as the expectations. Last night, I came came to a realization, and I hope you can take it. I hope you can take it all. I'm too good to you.
Please welcome to the stage Fulton County Commissioner Natalie Hall.
Hey, everybody. I'm your Fulton County Commissioner of District 4, Natalie Hall, and you are right near my district. I have downtown, midtown, Old Fourth Ward, Inman Park, all the way northwest to the Fulton Industrial Boulevard where Charlie Brown Airport is. I take in Atlantic Station, Grady High School, Howell Mill, Bolton, Bankhead, and go all the way down to the Andrew and Walter Young YMCA. So I have a very serious voting block of people. Now, I'm here to tell you, and you probably already know this Senate race is important to Georgia. But not only is it important to Georgia, it's important to America. We're talking about there is so much legislation that is key to our lives from these two seats. If we, no, you know what? Not if, but when we get these two seats. That's right. When we get these two seats, then Kamala Harris will be the vote that breaks any tie. So it's important. That's right. That's right. It's important. And so your vote is your power. That's your superpower. So when I say vote, you say power. Vote. Vote. All right. Vote for John Ossoff and Raphael Warnock, y'all. Thank you.
Yeah, Estelle, we about to get down. Who the hottest in the world right now? Just touched down in London town. Bet they give me a pound. Tell them put the money in my hand right now. Set up a motor, we need more seats. We just sold out all the floor seats.
Take me on a trip, I'd like to go someday. Take me to New York, I'd love to see LA. I really want to come pick you with you. You'll be my American boy. He said, hey sister.
Please welcome to the stage your candidate for Public Service Commission, Daniel Blackman.
How many of you guys ready to win on January 5th? I know it's cold, but I've been hearing people saying we're not going to show back up. Let's go ahead and let everyone around this state know that on January 5th, we'll elect John Ossoff, Raphael Warnock, and myself to the Public Service Commission. Let's let them hear it right here from Atlanta. I want to thank you all. I want to thank you all for being here. But I want you to know something. It's not time to celebrate. We have a lot of work to do. And while I'm excited about getting President-elect Biden to the White House, we all know that as Georgia sits in the center of the political universe, we have to do our part. We have to make sure that for the 23 million Americans that run the risk of eviction, we show back up to the polls. For the 205 million Americans that run the risk of utility disconnection, we have to show back up at the polls. Now, I'm running for a position that determines utility rates in the state of Georgia. And I know sometimes it's not the most exciting position to talk about, but 1.9 million Georgians live in poverty. And hundreds of thousands of Georgians run the risk of their power being cut off because they're unemployed. And a parent's income should never determine their children's outcome. And in the state of Georgia, too many children in too many counties have been left behind. Georgia has the 5th highest electric rates in the United States. We also have a $14 billion over budget nuclear project that we're all paying for. We're the only state that's currently paying for nuclear. So let me make sure you understand that. Our project was initially $14.5 billion. Now it's a $30 billion project that we could have invested into solar and renewable energy in this state. But on January 5th, we're going to change that. In this state, 18% of our income goes towards paying our utility bill. But 5% of an individual's income goes towards their utility bill nationally. Georgia, we have a lot of work to do. And I'm privileged and honored to be your Democratic nominee for the Public Service Commission for 2 reasons. Number one, I'm excited that we elected President-elect Biden, but we haven't had a Democrat in a statewide office in almost 20 years. And on January 5th, you all can help me to represent our party well and to change the narrative in the South. That's the first thing. Number two, and I'm going to leave you with this. Solar energy is the responsibility of us. My grandfather was a diplomat to the United Nations. And we have children that right now are being compromised based on decisions made today. And there is something called a sustainable goal, which says we're well able to meet the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own need. No longer can we compromise the ability of the next generation to breathe. There's no reason that an African-American child in Atlanta should have asthma 3 times the national rate. There's no reason why a child in this state can't have access to wireless broadband and high-speed internet. We have work to do. Don't stop, don't get tired. Remember the life and legacy of the congressman that represented this district, John Lewis. And on January 5th, when we elect John Ossoff and Raphael Warnock to Senate, on January 5th, when I get elected to the Public Service Commission, we can celebrate that night, but the real work begins on January 6th. God bless you. Let's win in January. Thank you.
Please welcome to the stage recording artist Lecrae.
How y'all doing? We all have a very unique opportunity to continue making a difference in this city, continue making a difference in this country, and that's exercising our right to vote. And so I want to continue, promoting that this is a reality of freedom that we get to cherish, especially here in the state of Georgia, in the city of Atlanta, in the city of so many great historic figures who laid their lives down for us to take ownership of this opportunity. So in the spirit of Dr. Martin Luther King, in the spirit of, Andrew Young, I want to continue to remind us that we're free. We are free now to vote. So let's get out there and make sure we do that. Set me free. Let's get into it, man. Yeah. Free. Yeah, take the shackles off my feet.
They won't let me be.
They won't let me be.
Won't you set me free?
Won't you set me free?
Pray this on me.
Yeah.
Shackles on my feet.
No more shackles on our feet in 2021, y'all.
Won't you set me free?
We free.
Pray this on me.
Yeah.
Pray this on
Woo!
me.
Let me go. I've been going through so much, I swear these people at my throat. That's on me, that's on mamas.
Oh my mama, I can't take no more, so miss me with the drama. Get your commas, get your racks straight, get your facts straight. Hold me down, I rise up on them like the tax rate. Keep my past straight, never lack faith. God been working, they gon' have to hold me back, man. And tell them, you can pick a side if you wanna. You already know who I roll with. Hey, you don't want no problems with me. Yeah. Tell them get these shackles off of my feet.
Let's
exercise our freedom, y'all. Hey,
won't you set me free?
Set me free, see.
Break this hold on me.
Yeah.
Break
Tell
this
them.
hold. I got them shackles off my feet, yeah. Can't put me back up in them streets, yeah. I couldn't move, but now I'm free, yeah. I got them shackles on my feet, yeah.
Down for me. People left me, you was round for me. All that bitterness and anger, had to let it go. People talking down on me, I guess that's how it go. Let them know, that's on me, yeah. Shackles on my feet, you broke the hold and now I'm free, yeah. Even in the darkest times, you kept your light on me, yeah. Got the memo, read the message, found my purpose, found my method. Only hell I took was lessons. Tell them, hey, you can pick a side if you wanna. You already know who I roll with. You don't want no problems with me. Get these shackles off my feet. Make sure you take your shackles off your feet and walk to the poles. Yes, indeed. Yeah, tell them.
I got them shackles off my feet, yeah. Can't put me back up in them streets, yeah. I couldn't move, but now I'm free, yeah. I got them shackles on my feet, yeah. I got them shackles off my feet, yeah. Can't put me back up in them streets, yeah. I couldn't move, but now I'm free, yeah. I got them shackles on my feet, yeah.
Love and blessings to all y'all, man. Get out there and vote.
Please welcome to the stage Rashida and Kirk Frost.
Hey guys, come on now. We got to do a little more than that. How y'all doing today? This is absolutely amazing. How y'all doing? My name is Rashida Frost, and this is my husband, Kirk Frost. And we are so excited to be here today. Straight up and down, we're here to send John Ossoff and Raphael Warnock to the U.S. Senate, guys. This is what we got to do.
Yes, we need it.
We need it. It's super important. Now, you know, in November, of course, we flipped to blue, which was an amazing thing, but it doesn't stop there. We have to continue that into January, okay? So it's super important for everybody to get out and vote. Early voting starts today. And I mean everybody. Go ahead.
But if they don't vote early, they can vote on January 5th.
Of course, they can vote on January 5th. But what's more important, y'all, it's not even just about us. Of course, I'm early voting. My husband's early voting. But we need your aunties, your cousins, your nieces, your nephews, your grandparents, your mama, your daddy, your homegirl, everybody you can think of, your friends, everyone to get out there and let their voice be heard, y'all. It's super important that we get John Ossoff and we get Warnock in the Senate to aid Joe Biden and Kamala Harris to make change, y'all. So many things have happened. So many crazy, unforeseen things. And right now with Mitch McConnell, he's not helping us at all. We need people in there who's going to help us, okay? And it's important to bring it home. Keep Georgia blue. You understand what I'm saying? Let our voices be heard. I need to hear everybody's horn.
Bring it back.
We gotta be blue. Keep Georgia blue. Keep Georgia blue.
Thank y'all.
So this is so important, guys. I just wanted to express that. Want you guys to understand it's super important to us. It should be super important to everybody. And let's make a change, not only for Georgia, but for the United States, guys.
Let your vote
Let's
be
go.
heard.
Let's go.
I was wondering, if you could keep on, because the force, it's got a lot of power, and it makes me feel like it makes me feel like
Just rising.
Been working so hard on the album, I missed the whole summer. I just might bring in some girls from Miami to heat up the city, and that's where the stunner.
Not at all.
I said, girl, that's all that we do. Okay, now you're talking my language. 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 Being ready.
Please.
I said, girl, that's all that we do.
Nope. Yep. Nope. Yep. Nope. Yep. Nope. Yep.
Ever told on it?
Nope.
Ever squeezed the trigger?
Yep.
Ever set it up?
Nope.
Ever helped a brother out when he was down on his luck? You a sap?
Nope.
You a boss player? You a Mac?
Yep.
Let me hold a couple dollars.
Nope.
Y'all still be popping y'all collars?
Yep.
Stock rims on the scrape.
Nope.
Paint wetter than a lake.
Yep.
Poodle in my blood.
Nope.
I'm a thug.
Yep.
You a loser?
Nope.
Winner?
Yep.
Starving?
Nope.
Dinner?
Yep.
You still sell dope?
Nope.
Now you cleaner than a bar done soap?
Yep.
Got a little Gouda?
Nope.
Got a thumper, got a Ruger?
Yep.
You in love with the hoe?
Nope.
She bringing you the dough?
Yep.
You gon' cry if she leave?
Nope.
You gon' fly overseas?
Yep.
Everybody got choices. I choose to get money, I'm stuck to this bread. Everybody got choices. These is choosing, I'm all in their head. Everybody got choices. Keep it 1,000 out of the life that I chose. Everybody got choices. These niggas be hating, I
My
already know
shorty
what
a
I
goodie, my cousins are crazy, my cousins like boogie. Life is amazing, it is what it should be. Been here for 10, but I feel like a rookie. I tell her look up, cause it's snowing in Tootsies. Booked for 3 years, man, you can't even book me. It's me and Lil Baby, the going crazy. Weezy produced it, and Weezy have made me, and she held it down, so she got a Mercedes. Young Money Records, the Army, the Navy. They ran me 10,000, I threw it like Brady. The foreign is yellow like Tracy and Katie. I trusted my they never betray me. Met all these they sweeter than Sadie. When I started out, I just took what they gave me. Did all the favors, they never repay me. It worked in my favor, cause nobody said
Brand new whip, got no keys. Tell them my clothes, no starch, please. Soon as I, you can go leave. Got M's in the bank, like yes, indeed. Cartier glasses, I won't even peek at you. Yellow Ferrari like Pikachu. I got him waiting and watching what he gon' do. Tryna pee what I do, tryna steal my move. 2,500 for a new pair of tennis shoes. The same price I can make them youngins come and finish you. Lawyer being charged, he a jewelry like a voodoo. Real dope boy, 100,000 in his visa. President's attention slide by, we don't see you. I been getting money, I ain't worried about what he do. I'm getting money like come from the 80s. Man, Dre about to drop, man, they gon' go crazy. They know I'm the truth, coming straight from the basement. I'm straight as a street, man, I come from the pavement. A million all hundreds, it make them go crazy. Wham, wham, wham. On them, baby. Brand new whip, got no keys. Tell them my clothes, no starch, please. Soon as I, you can go leave. Got M's in the bank, like yes, indeed. Me and my dog going off the way. When you living like this, they supposed to hate. Brand new whip, got no keys. Tell them my clothes, no starch, please. Soon as I, you can go leave. Got M's in the bank, like yes, indeed. Me and my dog going off the way. When you living like this, they supposed to hate.
Nope.
Please welcome to the stage your next two senators from the great state of Georgia, Reverend Raphael Warnock and John Ossoff.
To get down, I'm not internationally known, but I'm known to rock the microphone because I get stupid. I mean outrageous. Stay away from me if you're contagious.
Well, hello, Atlanta, Georgia. Y'all sound like you're ready to win an election. Are you ready? Listen, I get the feeling that on November 3rd, the rest of the country did not see Georgia coming. But here we are. Welcome to the new Georgia, the blue Georgia. And come January 5th, we are going to seal the deal. When you send yours truly and my brother from another mother, John Ossoff, to the United States Senate, the four most powerful words in a democracy are "the people have spoken." The people spoke on November 3rd. Contrary to all the games that some people are playing, Georgia spoke clearly. We counted the votes, counted them twice, counted them 3 times. The people have spoken. Politicians are playing games as if this is their democracy. They're going to find out come January 5th that this democracy belongs to the people. The most powerful thing you can do is to stand up. Don't allow anybody to take your voice. Your vote is your voice. Your voice is your human dignity. And it costs too much. Too many people gave up too much. Died too young. Marched too long. Sacrificed too much for us to take this lightly. John Lewis, my church member, marched across the Edmund Pettus Bridge. Risked life and limb. Amelia Boynton was gassed. C.T. Vivian was brutalized. You ought to go back and look at that tape. And he kept standing up over and over again, speaking eloquently with his lips about the power of our democracy, but nothing was more eloquent than the power of his personal witness. And we owe it to them. And we owe it to the future to stand up in this defining moment in American history and reclaim the promise and the covenant that we have with one another as an American people, e pluribus unum, out of many one. We cannot allow anybody to divide us, to play the politics of distortion and distraction and division. Because one thing I've learned is that people who have no vision traffic in division. They do not know how to lead us. And so they're trying to divide us. But John and I rode up on these buses, and it reminds me that in a real sense, America, this grand idea, this democratic idea of a people knit together not on the basis of race or ethnicity or religion or nationality, but knit together on the basis of a grand idea that we have been working all of these decades to perfect this democracy. America is not a destination. It is not a freedom destination. It is a freedom ride. We keep putting passengers on the bus. And in our diversity, we come to see what freedom actually looks like. And so our white sisters and brothers arrived on these shores. And Thomas Jefferson spoke eloquently and powerfully about our democracy. He said, "We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights, among them life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness." Powerful words. Martin Luther King Jr. said cosmic words of cosmic proportion. But I can't wait to get to Washington, D.C. as one of the next 2 United States senators from the state of Georgia, because when I arrive, I'm going to go And I'm going to stand at the Thomas Jefferson Monument and reflect on the beauty and the power of what he put on paper and the idea set loose in the atmosphere. And I'll enjoy standing there at the Jefferson Monument because I believe in what that represents. But then I'll look across the Tidal Basin, and facing Thomas Jefferson, there is another man, a black man standing there with his arms folded, named Martin Luther King Jr., looking at Thomas Jefferson as if to say, did you mean what you said when you said what you said? In other words, we have had to extend and expand this democracy. And so black folk had to stand up and say, me too. And then women in the women's suffrage movement had to stand up and say, we also stake our claim in this democracy. And then Americans with disabilities had to stand up in the American Disabilities Act and say, we too deserve access to the American promise. And then members of the LGBTQ plus community had to stand up at Stonewall and other places and say, we too are a part of this American story. It takes all of us have to be on the bus with all of our varying perspectives in order to give beauty and color to this kaleidoscopic experiment called self-government. And when we all stand together, that's what freedom looks like. Are you ready to stand together? And so make sure you stay awake. Don't allow anybody to distract you. Make sure you tell everybody in your circle it's time to vote. It's time to wake up. No time to slumber. No time to sleep. And in this moment, I think about my own story because I'm one of 12 children in my family. I'm number 11 and the first college graduate in my family. I got there through hard work, grit, and determination, but I also got there because somebody gave me some Pell Grants and some low-interest student loans. And I'm running for the United States Senate because it's harder for children growing up in struggling families now than it was for me. Too many of our children have a mortgage before they have a mortgage. And that's a burden not only on them, it shackles the American economy. But when we do something about student debt, not only will we help the young people, we will unleash the power of the American economy. And so I'm excited and I'm honored to be here with you because I was down in Savannah, Georgia, where I'm from this weekend. My mother is 82 years old. She grew up in Waycross, Georgia in the 1950s, picking tobacco and cotton that belonged to somebody else. But now that we've begun early voting in Georgia, the 82-year-old hands that used to pick tobacco and cotton now gets to help pick her youngest son to be the next United States Senator from the great state of Georgia. And what that means is that America is a great nation. And it is the people rising up and standing together. We are the ones who make the nation greater. And so, don't sleep through this moment. Tell all your family members, tell all your friends. December 14th through December 31st, get up and vote. Don't wait, don't delay. Don't wait till January 5th. It might rain, too much is at stake. My daddy used to wake me up every morning at 6 o'clock, at dawn, 7 days a week, during the school year and during the summer. My dad, I had an older father, born in 1917, part of that generation. He was a veteran during the World War II era. Let's hear it for our veterans who lay it on the line. My dad was a veteran and a pastor and a small businessman. And he used to wake me up every morning, 7 days a week at dawn. And he'd say, son, get up, get dressed, put your shoes on, get ready. Well, it was Saturday. It was summertime. And I was 7 years old. And I'm like, Dad, get ready for what? But he was old school. He felt like you're supposed to be ready. He said, get up, get dressed, put your shoes on, get ready. I said, get ready for what? He said, I don't know, I'll tell you later, just be ready. That was irritating when I was 7 years old and 10 years old and 12 years old and 14 years old, but I'm glad that my dad told me to be ready, because in this defining moment, I'm ready. I'm ready to be your next United States Senator. I'm ready to serve alongside my brother, John Ossoff. We're ready to serve. The question is, are you ready to send us so that we can serve? Are you ready? Are you ready to win this election? Are you ready for affordable health care? Are you ready for a livable wage? Are you ready for voting rights? Are you ready for criminal justice reform? Are you ready for investment in our infrastructure? Are you ready for this defining moment in American history? Then get up. Put your moral clothes on. Put your shoes on and get ready. God bless you. Together, we will win.
Hey, Atlanta, give it up one more time for Reverend Raphael Warnock. What does it say, Atlanta? Can you hear me all the way in the back? Can you hear me all the way out there? What does it say about Georgia today? What does it say about the state of the American South? That Georgia is poised to send to speak for us in the United States Senate the senior pastor at Ebenezer Baptist Church. What kind of a message will that send across this nation? We've come a long way, Georgia. You got the young Jewish son of an immigrant mentored by John Lewis, running alongside a black preacher who holds Dr. King's pulpit, who pastored John Lewis, building a movement for health and jobs and justice for the people here in Georgia, for all the people here in Georgia. And the polls are open. The polls are open. So I want you to say it with me now. Say vote. Say vote. Say vote. It's time to vote, Atlanta. Health, jobs, and justice for the people. See, we believe that health care is a human right and not just a privilege for those who can afford it. We believe that no one should lack access to care because they lack wealth. We believe a bad diagnosis should never bankrupt a family in this state. We believe no insurance company, no matter how much money they pay to David and Kelly, should be able to deny us a policy because we have a pre-existing condition like asthma or diabetes or heart disease. We believe that every community in this state deserves a hospital, a beautiful hospital, well-equipped and well-staffed to take care of our people. We believe that health care is a human right, don't we, Atlanta? Say vote. Say vote. Health, jobs, and justice for the people. Let's talk about jobs. See, Rev and I are running against the Bonnie and Clyde of corruption in politics. How do we wind up with David and Kelly? How did we do it? Georgia, we have 2 United States senators more concerned with using their offices to enrich themselves than taking care of we the people who pay their salaries. Say vote. Say vote. David Perdue lives on a private island. David Perdue hadn't held a single public town hall meeting in 6 years. David Perdue is too much of a coward to debate me. So David, if you're watching, I'm ready for you. I'm still ready for you. Come on, David. But did y'all know that David Perdue literally sells meetings? This man literally sells meetings. See, the same senator who won't debate his opponent in public, who won't hold a public town hall meeting to answer for his votes, he sends out these invitations to lobbyists in Washington. They're written in fancy script like it's some kind of invitation to the ball. Except what they say is that for a $7,500 corporate PAC check, David Perdue will sell you 4 meetings per year, access to his home, and a retreat on a private island. That's David Perdue. That's corruption. That's why David Perdue votes 4 times to let insurance companies deny us coverage because we have a pre-existing condition. It's corruption. And now at this moment when so many families are suffering, credit cards maxed out, can't make the house payment and the car payment and afford prescriptions and afford education for their kids. The same U.S. senators who have been too busy enriching themselves in office are blocking relief for ordinary people. David and Kelly should be voting on the floor of the Senate today to send relief checks to Georgia families and relief to small businesses here in Georgia. See, jobs for the people means we put the financial security of working families and small businesses ahead of the stock portfolios of United States senators. We can pass the most ambitious infrastructure, jobs, and clean energy program in American history to create tens of thousands of good-paying jobs across this state and build economic opportunity for every community in Georgia. We can deliver jobs for the people. We can raise the minimum wage to $15. We can expand rural broadband internet access. We can upgrade our public schools. We can build new clinics and hospitals. We can build the future that we deserve, but only if we vote. Say vote. Say vote. Health, jobs, and justice for the people. Because this is what it's really important to understand. If Mitch McConnell keeps control of the U.S. Senate, he will try to do exactly to Joe and Kamala like he did to President Obama. They will block the COVID relief that we need. They will block the increase to the minimum wage. They will block civil rights and voting rights legislation. They will block efforts to make health care affordable for all of us. We can't afford paralysis in the midst of a crisis like this, when 300,000 Americans have been killed by this virus and millions have lost their jobs. We can't leave the future of our republic in the hands of Mitch McConnell, who cares only about his political party and his personal power. Say vote. Say vote. The Reverend was talking about the march across the Edmund Pettus Bridge in 1965 on Bloody Sunday, when Amelia Boynton and John Lewis and Hosea Williams led those hundreds across the bridge into billy clubs and police dogs and fire hoses, and they were beaten savagely for daring to demand the right to vote for black Americans in the South. When we win these 2 U.S. Senate races, we will pass a new Voting Rights Act and a new Civil Rights Act to secure equal justice under the law for all of us, regardless of race and regardless of class. And then we will look back on last summer, the peaceful mobilization of millions after Breonna Taylor and George Floyd and Ahmaud Arbery were killed, as our march across the Edmund Pettus Bridge, as our Bloody Sunday, as our civil rights movement. It's time for a new Civil Rights Act in this country. Say vote. Say vote. Say health. Say jobs. Say justice. Atlanta, are you ready to work? Are you ready to organize and mobilize and get out the vote like we've never done it before? Are you ready to elect 2 United States senators who will represent working people in all communities in this state? Are you ready to send Reverend Raphael Warnock to the United States Senate? Are you ready to elect Daniel Blackman as the next Public Service Commissioner for the great state of Georgia? Bring Daniel up on the stage. Give yourselves a round of applause. Thank you so much for being here. I love you. Thank you. Get out the vote.
To get down, I'm not internationally known, but I'm known to
all night, man. I be on it all day, straight up pimp. If you want me, you can find me in the air. I'm on it, 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 I'm on it. Time and time again, I gotta turn back round and tell these crows that I am the H-N-I-C trick. That's just the way it goes. I be on that shit that I had you on that. I don't want no more. At this time, I need all my freak shows to get down on the floor. If you came to rep your set, right now, partner, let them know. If it's jail, I get for stomping the head of the sleep, damn it, I go. Freak, I be out in the beat, straight geek swerving down your street. In the stolen Bonneville with 23s on the feet. The legend Rocky E. Brown, back in time to beat it down. Give me face, I love the sound. Slap the taste, they hit the ground. Back in the 8, pick up with some P.I. that don't play. On that kryptonite we stay, so high we might fly away. I be on that kryptonite, straight up on that kryptonite. I be on that, straight up on that. I be on that kryptonite. I be on that kryptonite, straight up on that kryptonite. I be on that, straight up on that. I be on that kryptonite. I be on it all night, man. I be on it all day, straight up pimp. If you want me, you can find me in the air. I'm on it, 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 I'm on it. Time and time again, I gotta tell these haters and these crows. I'm from college bar, where we move that tweet and sling that snow. Get dope on a daily basis, get high in the muggling faces. When I'm on probation, my blunts I don't be lacing.
What's poppin'? Brand new whip, just hopped in. I got options, I can pass that like Stockton. Just joshing, I'ma spend this holiday locked in. My body got rid of them toxins. Sports in the top 10. I can put the ball in the end zone, put a bad in the friend zone. Sound like an intro jet song, give me that tempo. Told Pooh he a fool. Told her don't let her friends know. In the Ville and I move like a dime. Eating fettuccine at Vincenzo's. Me and my amigos got that free smoke on the West Coast. Yeah, I'm talking about pre-rolls. Dark hair, she look like she go. She do. Hometown hero, feeling myself, can't murder my ego. She heard